One of the biggest complaints about nearly any trimmer is that it can't cut short enough. If you're used to trimming at a certain length and find out that your new trimmer doesn't quite get there, it's disappointing, I get it. One thing you have to understand about buying a trimmer is that most trimmers cannot give you the near shaven look. That is, most trimmers fail to cut below about the 0.5 millimeter mark. So why does this matter? There's certain areas on the face that you absolutely want to look nearly shaven or as short as possible. That is your neckline, cheek line, and on the back of your neck. All right, to get there, here's your options. Get handy with a razor and commit to it. If you're going to be shaving, you're gonna need to do these areas at least once to twice a week. Option 2, find a trimmer that can cut as short as you need. Option 3, consider a foil shaver for your cheeks and neckline. I'm not gonna get into the details of shaving for this video. I personally find shaving too time-consuming and tedious to fit into my weekly routine. Here's an overview of the trimmers that are up to the task of achieving that near shaven look. All right, option 1, the Philips OneBlade. Kudos to Philips for coming up with this design because this trimmer is very well suited for trimming your hair extremely short. They designed this blade with tiny teeth and it's super thin. So it gets really close to the skin and really doesn't leave much irritation at all. So the limitations here are that I wouldn't take this blade anywhere near longer or thicker hair. The guards that it comes with are really small and pretty much useless. So while I find the OneBlade to be an awesome tool for doing some really close detail work, it's definitely not a versatile trimmer and you'll still probably need other tools to get the whole job done. It's just very well suited to be this detail-oriented trimmer that's very good at cutting your hair extremely short. A few important things to note about the Philips OneBlade. If you are looking at getting this style of trimmer, there are other alternatives on the market and I wouldn't recommend any of them. Option 2 is the barber-level zero-gap trimmers. A zero-gap blade basically trims as short as possible with an oscillating trimmer blade. So trimmers in this category tend to be quite expensive, ranging from $100 to $300. These professional zero-gap trimmers do cut very well, but I do want to put out this word of warning as these tools are made for professionals. They absolutely can cut your skin. This is also why I would never recommend using a zero gap trimmer for any type of body hair, as it is unnecessarily dangerous. I've been occasionally using the Gamma Evo X on my neck hair and it cuts like a champ. The blade is perfect for slicing hairs right off at the surface, and I can generally trim my neck without any irritation. One of the major limitations of this trimmer is that it does not come with very many guards. So since it's sold to professionals, a barber is gonna have a trimmer like this and then a set of clippers that has a whole bunch of guards. So for professional use, they don't really need a lot of guards for a trimmer of this style, so it doesn't come with very many. One of the biggest limitations of the barber style trimmers is the price. This guy was 160 bucks, and if I didn't design and build trimmers for a living, then I definitely would not have bought it. The build quality is good, the blade cuts great, but again, this is a tool designed with a professional in mind. So yes, you can use it at home, but remember it's gonna be a bit on the pricey end and definitely not versatile. So it's gonna have to be a part of some other trimmer that you're using. All right, so option 3 for cutting as short as possible with the trimmer is the Beardscape Plus Zero Blade. So after we launched the Beardscape back in 2016, we did get some feedback that the blade doesn't cut short enough, which is understandable because it bottoms out at about 1 millimeter. And that's why we developed the Zero Blade. Well, it's not technically zero gapped like some of the professional barber trimmers. It cuts at about 0.2 millimeters, which is as close as we want to reasonably go, knowing that this is a tool that's going to be used by you at home. Well, all of the other trimming options we discussed were really single-use products. The difference with the Beardscape is that it's a very versatile tool with both the ceramic blade and the Zero Blade. The other benefit of the Beardscape over other similar trimmers is its low-end cutting range. So the ability to adjust between 1 and 1.9 millimeters in several steps gives you some length control that you're not going to see on other trimmers. So we did this so that you could achieve the perfect stubble height or have some options when you're trimming body hair. One other option I wanted to discuss is how a barber would solve this problem. Well, barbers use trimmers to cut very short. They also use a special tool like this called a foil shaver. Now, you've probably seen a barber use something like this while giving a haircut. You'll almost always see them use it on the back of the neck, but you can also use it on your cheek lines and neck as well. While it may seem a little unwieldy at first, I've found that the foil shaver is actually a pretty good way to do a straight line in your neck areas. And if you're not sure about that, you can define the line a little bit better with a trimmer and then go up to that line using the foil shaver. All right, so there's gonna be a small number of you that I'm sure we'll hear from in the comments that say, hey Eric, what if I wanna have my whole face with the sort of 5 o'clock shadow look? And the people who this look fits best are people who have very thick and dark hair. So what happens with them is when they cut super short, like even 0.2 millimeters, it still looks almost like a beard, and it almost looks like really thick stubble. So for some people, that 5 o'clock shadow look is what suits them best. So there's a couple ways to achieve this. You can use the foil shaver on your entire face. Now this will be pretty short. It's not gonna be quite as short as shaving with a razor, so this will give you a little bit more option. You can use the OneBlade on your entire face, but you're probably gonna burn through a lot of blades doing that. Again, it's gonna be a little bit longer than the foil shaver, but might be a good look for you. Option 3 is just using the Beardscape with the zero blade on your entire face. That's gonna be at 0.2 millimeters if you're looking for something maybe very slightly longer than the OneBlade, or probably similar to the OneBlade, but definitely a little bit longer than the foil shaver. If you have any questions about a trimmer that I did not cover, drop a comment below and I'll try my best to answer. Also, don't forget to check the link below for our best deal on the Beardscape Plus Zero Blade. And as always, subscribe and turn on notifications if you want more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.